YouTube just to keep our channel with some content. I'm starting the recording now, and here we go. Okay, so welcome to OET Nursing Writing Week. We're going to look at something called current condition paragraphs. Guys, remember, if you can't talk in today's class, just let me know in the chat box, please. I know some of you have already done this, but just to remind you, let me know in the chat box if you can't talk so that I'm not waiting if I say your name. Everyone else, you will get at least one question from me today. So just try and be ready if I ask you a question, okay? So in terms of what we're doing today, it's the usual thing. We'll start with a review, then we'll do corrections, and then we'll do the next assignment. In this stage of the class, guys, you know, ask me questions. We can talk about things like, is it relevant? Is it not relevant? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Okay, so we will do this in the review. But this is the general structure of the class today, and I want to have a good kind of pace, okay? So let's start with, I'm going to start with someone here. Can I ask to speak to Serap? Could you say hello, Serap?
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Serap. We're just going to start with a quick review. Can you tell me about this case? What is the case that we studied?
Lisa Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, is that right, guys? I'm not sure about the spelling here. Is that right? Lisa Simmons, like this?
Yeah, Simmons.
With D.
Is it with a C? Okay, so even my spelling of names is not very good.
Simmons.
Ah,
With D.
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Gabriella. So you two actually. So Serap and Gabriella. Condition. I know it's. I'm not going to type it. You just tell us what the condition is.
Yeah. She was diagnosed acute cholecystitis.
Yeah, I think that's about right. And Gabriella, can you tell me where is she now?
She's in A&E department.
So she's so now she is in the A&E department of a hospital. Okay, department. How many days, guys, has she been in there? Everyone now.
I
Two.
think
it was 2 days, right? So time 2 days in hospital. Okay. We're just reviewing. It's very simple questions. Let's try Andrea, please, or Elena. So 2 days in hospital. Lisa Simmons. Okay. She's already been diagnosed with the condition. What's happening next? What will happen next?
She needs to be transferred.
Yeah, transferred to a different hospital, or is it something else?
Gastroenterology department.
Yeah, so new department for everyone. For what?
For a
Surgery.
operation.
For surgery.
Operation, we can say, or we can say surgery, right? So surgery, or we can say operation. These are the same words, okay? And I suppose the only other thing to talk about is the most important thing. What is the most important thing in any set of case notes? Anyone?
Urgent.
Well, it's an urgent letter, but the most important thing around which we always must...
Reader.
Yeah, there we go. So reader, who is it? Does anyone remember the name of the reader? I can't remember the name. What's her job?
Sarah Brown.
Miss Brown.
Ah, okay. You guys are excellent. So let's say Ms. Brown. Okay. Now, Gabriella, if I say Ms., what does that mean, Ms?
Both.
Yeah, and the pronunciation, guys, like Ms.
Yeah.
Okay. And it means both, but it's also, it's like whether you are married or not married, it's not relevant.
Yeah.
So this is much more professional, isn't it, for a nurse? I don't know, Gabriella, are you married?
Yes.
I would never, if you were my nurse, I would never say Mrs. to you. I would always say Miss, because this is the professional kind of way of referring to someone. So Miss Brown, guys, is a nurse. That's our reader. What's her task? Does anyone remember the task?
Preoperative care.
Can we go? So it was. Say that again, guys. So say that again, Gabriella.
Preoperative care.
Yeah, pronunciation, guys. Operative care. It's not that easy to pronounce. Can we all just practice this? Fatima, can you say this word? How do we say that? Jenny? Gatti? How do I say that word?
Preoperative.
Yeah, that's good. Guys, like Gatti, everyone in this class. 1, 2, 3, preoperative.
Preoperative.
Try it again. It's a bit of a mouthful, as we say. Preoperative. 1, 2, 3.
Preoperative.
And sometimes we say pre-op. She is pre-op. Can I put that in my writing? She is pre-op.
No, I think.
Yes, Avinch, no. This would be informal, wouldn't it? That would be informal. Can I say that when I'm speaking? Maybe, sometimes. Okay, it's more like an informal speech kind of thing. Okay, so this is what we've been looking at this week, guys. Lisa Simmons. Let's have a look at the case notes. Here she is, Lisa Simmons. You were right, Gabriella, with the spelling. She is 30 years old. She has been already diagnosed with a condition. The condition is acute cholecystitis. She's in the hospital for 2 days. You can see the dates here. And she's now being transferred to the gastroenterology department for surgery. The writer is Mrs. Brown. Well done. And she is, what's her task here? Where does it say the task? What's she going to do, guys? What's Mrs. Brown going to do? I know you already told me, but where's her task? So preoperative treatment is good. Yeah, I've just erased that. Yeah, good. And anything else?
Prepare for urgent laparoscopic.
Yeah, this stuff here, right? These ones. Yeah. Okay. So this is the key, isn't it? This is what I've spent, me and Paul, always repeating the same thing. Don't think about the letter type. Just think about the person and the activity. And then you have everything you need. Okay. All right. So we did this on Monday. You guys planned in groups with Paul and you created a plan on Monday. Here is the plan. Lots of red on this plan. And this was on Monday we produced this. What did we do on Tuesday, everyone? What did we write on Tuesday?
Introduction.
Yeah, so we looked at those. And then what did we do yesterday, Wednesday?
Timeline.
Timeline, okay. Now here is a good place to review, all right? We wrote this yesterday. Let's start with some of the errors that we saw, okay? Then I'll ask you guys if you have any questions. Do we remember any of the errors? I think we looked at 2 paragraphs, maybe, but do you remember some of the problems we discussed? Anyone?
Punctuation.
Khalida, go on. What did you say?
Punctuation.
Oh, say that loud. Let me turn up the volume. Go on.
Punctuation.
Punctuation, yeah, punctuation. So this is always a problem, isn't it, guys? Commas. And this is like my style, my advice, but I think it's much better, in my opinion. When you have a dosage, what should you do?
Use comma after the dosage.
Comma either side. It's cleaner. It's cleaner writing. Okay, it just looks better. Okay, what other errors did we see? Thank you, Khalid. Does anyone else remember any errors yesterday? Any problems?
Bad organization. It's me.
Yeah, it wasn't so much bad organization, but it was too much.
Too
much
detail, right? A lot of you wrote too much detail. For example, Alice, I don't know if you can talk, Alice, really nice writing, but a very big paragraph. Lots of you guys wrote too much detail, okay? And I think we can discuss this in a minute if you want, but Paul did say, summarize. This is not me. What does summarize mean, guys?
Make short.
Make it shorter, okay? So maybe some people could have done a bit more on this. All right, some of you were brilliant. I think actually, who did I really like? Let me get the name here. Mandira, did you say hello? I really liked yours. And there was someone else. A couple of you were really good. I was going to almost show the paragraph today. They were so good. Some people are getting this. Some people are not. So we can talk more about this in a minute. Okay, let's return to this idea of too much. Anything else that we remember from yesterday? Gabriella, do you remember any errors? Judith, Orhan? You were quite helpful to me yesterday, Orhan. Thanks for that. What
time writing?
Do you remember? Oguz?
Time writing.
Also articles, sir.
Oh, time.
Yeah.
Articles as well. Yeah, articles. So always a problem, isn't it, in OET? But who said time? Oguz, what do you mean by time? Yeah.
For example, some people write yesterday.
Yeah, and yesterday is not terrible. Okay, so you can say yesterday, but we agree that probably a bit better with dates to be more
Yes.
formal. And someone said something like the day before
Yes.
today. And again, look, this is not a really big problem. If you wrote that, it's okay, right? It's just, I think we were worried that it might sound a little bit informal, maybe. Okay. Any other errors from yesterday? Does anyone remember? Articles, punctuation, time? Let me give you some extra errors that I saw. I've graded almost everyone's submissions now. Let me give you an extra error, okay? Analgesia. Is that a noun or an adjective? What do you all think? Analgesia, noun or adjective?
Noun.
Noun.
What do you think, Gabriella? What do you think, Ola? Orhan? Noun? Adjective?
It is noun.
It's a noun, okay. What's the adjective form?
It is adjective.
Analgetic. Analgesic. Yeah.
Analgesic.
Some of you guys are making the mistake of confusing these two, okay? All right, so at least 2 or 3 people in this class. So make sure you get the right form of the word when you're talking about the analgesia here. Okay, so anyway, that was a review of yesterday. We did this yesterday. Does anyone have any questions now? I want to open this up to anyone. We've got a bit of time now. Does anyone want to ask me any questions about this? Also, I'm going to say, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope